Those of you who were at my 99th birthday party know what a wonderful job John and Diane did. Can you imagine them going through this a second time? I have so many people to thank. So many workers, starting with Jan and her family, and Roberta, their guests, did all the hors d'oeuvres yesterday morning. Then we had a work party at my house with a couple of gals from the tree house, wherever they are. I guess they're over there. And they worked on the luncheon. And then Jan came over again and left work till 11 o'clock last night. Wow. Then there was one, so many people had asked, who wrote that note, or the poem I should say, in the invitation?
Right.
Sue, where are you? Right. Stand up, dear. Now, many of you don't even know my immediate family, so I'd like you to meet them, and that's wave your hand, I guess, when you're introduced. First of all, Marge, I think everybody knows.
Where's Marge?
She's working in the kitchen.
Anyway,
She's out there sitting on a chair.
Marge!
Hey!
Oh, she move on us?
Yeah.
Stand up! We're so very, very fortunate when we moved to the east side. First of all, Jeannie's folks, Dorothy and Leon Barnes, then Joyce and Al Odegaard, her sister and brother-in-law, and then the little Odegaards went down, and the Gokels joined the family. And all of them kind of adopted us, and believe me, we are so thankful for every one of you. To the east side, we got new neighbors. I don't know, are there something?
There's some over there.
I don't think, anyway, are the, I don't even see them, so I won't mention them. I'll just switch over. I'll just switch over to the Bill Mudge, moved next door to us. Now, Bill was our handyman long before he became Mr. Handyman. But he was more than a handyman to us. When my Midgie had to go to Kitty Heaven, he's the one that made the arrangements, and he wouldn't let me go with him. He said, I'll hold her till she goes to sleep. So that's Bill Mudge. Then he had the good sense to marry Beth Hayden, and Bev Hayden, excuse me. That was one of the smartest moves he made. And Bev is the one who's responsible for the photographer to being here today.
Oh, that's nice.
And then on the other side of us, we'd had a young couple. We were lucky. Another young couple moved in. That's Dean and Jeannie Justice. The first, there they are. The first thing Dean said was, if you need any help, let me know. He's probably lived in the He's been very needy. And then a few years passed, I became the great old age of 65, and I had to retire. Well, the first month was fun. It was August. I read and I weeded and I read and I weeded. It came September. That wasn't so great. Jeannie and I managed to do a little painting and papering, and then we had the good luck because she and Sue decided to open the tree house. So I got involved in that, and I was their first worker. But anyway, they hired more people as time went on, and those people became my dearest friends. I met their husbands, watched their children grow up, and I do miss you guys. So that's my family, number 3, I think it is now, or 4. Anyway, I did have some relatives. My cousin Connie back there, and my cousin Elizabeth, where are you, Elizabeth? Right here. And then I have a niece, someplace, Janet someplace. I was the only child, by the way, so that's why I don't have that many. And then I have those, almost relatives. Well, the top of the list goes Truman Struck. Now, Truman, when my husband passed away, sent me a note and said, "I'll always be thankful for a father who had room for another son."
Oh.
And that meant the world to me. Then we have my friend Ruth. We met her in 1979 on a trip to Greece. We've traveled with her all over the world ever since. All over, almost every state in the Union, almost every province, places in Europe, places in Africa, places in South America. We've just traveled all around. And then there's another couple. Well, you might say we met them through the tree house, but we knew them long before the tree house. Long before I lost my husband, before Marge was divorced, and before they lived next door to Jeannie and Bob. Jim, Blake.
That's right.
Anyway, all of you have contributed so much to my life. In fact, you are my life, and I thank each and every one of you, and I'm so happy you're here today.
And you have some more friends coming in right now. Will and Patty Dutt.
Anyway, I didn't lose my voice. How
No,
about
it's awesome. Well done. Well done.
Happy birthday, dear Doris. Happy birthday to you.
Diane did the fish.
So don't eat it.
It's no good.
Yeah, so don't eat it.